Well, you've probably heard the saying, every vote counts. Well, a new book, Presidential Swing States, Why Only 10 Matter, by Professors Stacey Hunter Hecht and David Schultz, argue if you live in one of 10 states, your vote actually matters a lot more than everyone else's. Professor David Schultz joins us now. The book, Presidential Swing States, Why Only 10 Matter. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's look at the 10 states that you say decide all the presidential elections. We've got a map of them. Minnesota, not one of them. Why do these 10 states decide elections?
Well, these 10 states are the ones since at least 1988 that seem to be the places where the candidates campaign. They seem to be the ones that are very competitive in terms of how close the margin of victory. They seem to be the places that actually swing or flip, flip from following Democrat to Republican. And in general, they are the states that don't follow the pattern of the other 40, because the other 40,
you know they're going to go Republican, you know they're going to vote Democrat in the presidential election.
Right, because of overwhelming, let's say, number of Democrats in New York or overwhelming number of Republicans in Texas. We know those states are pretty certain. And so we know, for example, and go back to 2012, after the conventions were done, only 13 states in the country received any presidential campaign visits. And so we're down to a very small number of states that really are contestable in terms of where the people are actually fighting it out.
All right. In Minnesota, we've got a long history of, in the presidential election, going for Democrats, going all the way back. The last time we went for a Republican in a presidential race? 1972.
Richard Nixon. We are not right now a swing state. There are some conditions that suggest that we could be in the future, but right now, this is a state that Democrats and most pollsters are saying is likely Democrat in 2016.
All right, let's talk about some polls that are out in key swing states. Yes. In Iowa, we have a poll that shows, or I'm sorry, in New Hampshire, we've got a poll that shows Trump up by 26%, Rubio 12%, Cruz 12%, Christie 11%, and Bush 10%. That number is actually down for Trump, up for the others. Are you surprised by that?
Not really. I think Trump has had a little bit of some rough spots in the last couple of weeks, although I think he's still holding a solid lead. But Cruz seems to be the person who's surging right now. Again, if we had this conversation 3 weeks ago, we were talking about a different set of people in terms of, like Ben Carson, for example, doing very well. So we're in a volatile way, in the same way we were back in 2012, where numbers seem to be shifting quite a bit.
And CBS has a brand new poll out today in Iowa that shows Ted Cruz up by about 9 points. So is that a significant lead in your view?
That's a pretty significant lead at this point, and it becomes important now because there's not going to be another debate for several weeks, I think, at all for the Republicans, and we're getting now to less than, 6 weeks before the Iowa caucuses. And so these polls mean more and more now as we're getting closer and closer to the caucus date. Right. However, having said that, remember, in caucus states, as in any state, it's still about the ability to deliver people on caucus night or on election day, and that's what we have yet to see.
Because I think a lot of people are looking at these national polls that have Trump way up. In your view, do those national polls mean anything?
Those national polls mean very little. Now, clearly in general elections, it's really all about 50 states because of the Electoral College. It's 50 separate elections. But the same thing in terms of the primary and caucus season. You really want to look at who's doing well in particular states. And while Trump is behind in Iowa, again, he's still in the lead in New Hampshire, and polls beyond that have Trump with pretty good leads at this point. So on a state-by-state basis, Trump still looks pretty good.
Okay, let's talk about a new New Hampshire poll on the Democratic side. Most people think Hillary Clinton's way out in front. Look at this poll just out today from the Boston Herald. Sanders 48, Clinton 46. That's a statistical tie. Does that surprise you?
It actually surprises me in the sense that about a month ago, we had Sanders with a larger lead in New Hampshire. Hillary Clinton's getting closer there because, again, for a while there, take us back 6 weeks ago, Sanders was close in Iowa. Clinton has now pulled ahead pretty comfortably in Iowa, and Sanders had a pretty good lead in New Hampshire. So the race seems to be tipping more and more in Hillary Clinton's favor. She's had a very good, let's say, last 6 weeks in terms of the debates and in terms of the shift of the presidential campaign away from domestic to international issues. But no, this poll doesn't completely surprise me, but it suggests a very tight race.
All right, well, Professor David Schultz, always a pleasure. And again, the book, Presidential Swing States, Why Only 10 Matter. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much, and happy holidays.
Absolutely. All right.